What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 95 of Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. My name is l3layze, and today I'll be playing a expanded tournament with this deck right here. This is called Talonf-LAME. As of right now, it's not perfect. I have a couple of adjustments I need to make to this card. Having said that, I will be opening up a few packs of Steam Siege virtual cards online as well, so I can try to hopefully get Talonflame Break. That's my ultimate goal, is to get Talonflame Break. I don't have any of this card yet, and it would be a great addition to this deck. I also would love to get some more, another Houndoom EX, because this card would come in great handy, especially if I can get another one of these as well. So, you know, those are the additions I'd like to make to this deck, and there's a couple things that I will have to remove in order to make that work, but I think for the most part, it's not too bad. It's not a bad deck at all. It could use some work. That's definitely for sure. But it's not overly bad. So if you guys happen to see anything in this deck that you think would work out better if I took it out or added it in or whatever, feel free to post in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. But having said that, I'm going to go ahead and get into a tournament here real quick. If you're new to my channel, I did happen to notice today that there's I have a couple of new subscribers, and I do appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. It makes me feel really good about myself, and makes me want to continue on with what I'm doing. So definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, tell your friends. I actually do videos every Monday through Friday on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, and I would love for you to join me. So this weekend, what did I do this weekend? I've actually played a lot of Animal Crossing this weekend. They had a new update for Animal Crossing. I'm a huge Animal Crossing fan, if you did or did not know that. But I really do love Animal Crossing. I played a little bit of Pokemon, not a whole lot, but I did play a little bit. I went to go see Doctor Strange. That was pretty cool. Very good movie. Not quite what I was expecting in terms of the character development, but it actually moved along. The pace of the movie moved a lot faster than I thought it would. But it wasn't a bad movie at all. Actually, I really enjoyed it. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and grab this Finnegan and a rare candy here. Oh, I passed it. There it is. So far, so good. Starting off, actually, this is a really good hand for me. I like this hand that I was dealt. This is nice. I have a lot of options. I have a couple things I can do here and there to get the cards that I'm looking for. This person's going to try to get Delphox out by using standard evolution cards, which is totally fine. All right. I don't know if he meant to do that or not, but I'll take it. Sure. That'll give us more time to open up some Steam Siege packs. So, let's see. Sure. All right. I feel like that was an accident. Like, he didn't mean to do that. It's really hard to, like, accidentally forfeit. But, all right. Sure. Anywho, let's go into my collection. And I'm going to go ahead and go to these packs here. Last week I opened a ton of Evolutions packs. I'm going to try to get through all 5 of these today. It's going to be tough because that's the set that actually has what I'm looking for. It has the Talonflame I'm looking for. So it'll be tough to get it, but let's go ahead and open up the first pack here. I did open up this. I got a Latios Spirit Link. I think that's what it was. Wasn't really special, so I didn't comment on it, but it was a Spirit Link for Latios or Latias, whatever it was. The purple one. I don't know which one it was. Here we go. First pack of Steam Siege. Let's see what we get. Could be anything. I just need the one card. That's really all I need. What is it going to be? No, not what I'm looking for. Anyway, let's go through these cards real quick. So Nidoking has 150 HP. King's Palace is the ability. Your Nidoqueen's attacks do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon, And Power Lariat does 60 damage plus 30 for each evolution Pokemon on your bench. So this could do, gosh, 210 damage if you have a full bench. If you have the Sky Stadium, that would actually allow you to have 2 extra, so that would do an extra 60 damage. So really 270 damage is what you could get out of this, but you have to have a bunch of evolution Pokemon. Maybe I'll try to build a deck with this card in it. I don't know how good it would be, because there's a couple things holding me back from building a deck with this card. One is that this ability promotes Nidoqueen, and Nidoqueen's ability promotes Nidoking. So I don't know. I'm just not sure how much I like that. But I mean, maybe in the future. Chimchar, scratch for 10, and Ember for 30. You flip a coin and discard an energy, fire energy on tails. 60 HP, not too bad. I actually like the artwork on this a lot. It looks really cool. It is a holo card, so it has a little bit of a cool effect when you mouse over it. Braviary, ambush for 20 damage plus 50 if you flip heads, and Skydrop for 120, minus 20 for each energy in your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost. So the heavier they are, the more it costs to retreat that Pokemon, the less damage this is going to do. So something to keep in mind there. Let's see what else. Lampent, mirror move. Each player either draws or discards cards until that player has 4 cards in his or her hand. And Flickering Flames, 20 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. 80 HP on Lampent. Clang, also 80 HP. Vice Grip does 30 damage, and Disorderly Flip does 30 damage times the number of heads flips after 4 coins. Not bad. I like the artwork here. That's really cool. And the texture on the back of the card is really neat too. I like that. Apom, fiddle around is look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck and put them back in any order. And Tail Jab does 20 damage. He also has 60 HP. It's not bad at all. Drifloon, 60 HP, transfer pain. Move 1 damage counter from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's active Pokemon, or one of your opponent's Pokemon, sorry. Meryl has Bubble Drain for 10 damage, and you heal 10 damage from this Pokemon. 60 HP. Rufflet has Reckless Charge for 20, and this Pokemon does 10 damage to itself. And Litleo has Lunge for 30, but you do nothing on a Tails Flip. So, not what I'm looking for, but we'll try another pack here. Let me see how much time. We have 18 minutes. Let me see how many people are finished right now. Just me and one other person. So I may be able to open up 2 more packs before the next match. But we'll see. I do have a few other packs to open up, and I will get to these eventually. Right now I'm trying to fill out my deck. I'm trying to build this deck a little bit better. I actually need a bunch of X and Y packs. There's a couple of things I want to build with X and Y. I don't need to do it right now, but at some point would be pretty cool. So let's see what we got here. And not what I'm looking for. Another Talonflame is always helpful, but I already have 4, so there's really I can't do anything with this. I love this card though. It's one of my favorite cards. You see me play it in the last match. Gale Winds allows you to play this card as your active Pokemon while you're setting up play. So if you draw 7 cards and this card's in your hand, you can use this card as your active Pokemon as a basic. So it's a little bit overpowered in that respect, but the attack isn't really that great. The attack does help you set up. I mean, it's probably one of the best attacks in the game for setting up. Aero Blitz is 40 damage, and you search your deck for up to 2 cards, put them into your hand, and shuffle your deck afterwards. You don't have to show your opponent these cards. You just grab them, put them into your hand. This card it's very useful in almost any deck. So especially any deck that has a Stage 2 in it. So wonderful card. Joltik, 30 HP, and Attach does 10 damage. It is a holo card, but you can barely see it. We just looked at Clang a second ago. Captivating Pokepuff, your opponent reveals his or her hand. Put any number of basic Pokemon you find there onto your opponent's bench. So That would be good in conjunction with a Lysander if you want to get a quick KO. I don't know how useful this card would be. It's not a terrible card, and I suppose if you have an attack that would allow you to do extra damage based on how many Pokemon are in your opponent's discard pile, this in conjunction with Lysander would help you get a Pokemon into your opponent's discard pile. But A, I'm not sure how many cards do that, probably none, and B, if you use this enough, you're going to be drawing prize cards. You'll probably just end up winning the game at that point. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that strategy. It's okay, but it's not something I would build a deck around. Skiploom, Splash does 20 damage, and he has 70 HP. Little Skiploom, he's cute. Hoppip does Splash for 10 damage with 40 HP. Fletchling, Peck for 20 damage. With Talonflame working the way that it does, this card probably never gets used. And I don't know why. I don't know why you'd even want to put this card in your deck. I mean, maybe you could build something around getting Talonflame out at some point in the game. Talonflame has a useful attack, so if you can't get Talonflame out on the first turn, having Fletchling would help you get Talonflame so that you can actually start getting whatever cards you need. I just think there are better ways to do that. It's kind of clunky. Sneasel for 60 HP. Nyan Roll does 10 damage. You flip a coin. If heads, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage onto this Pokemon, during your opponent's next turn. Fungus. Ram does 10 damage, and the ability Play Ball. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may put 3 Pokeball cards from your discard pile into your hand. So this could help you refresh any Pokeballs that you may have already used, or maybe you flipped a Tails on it and you want to get another use out of that Pokeball, another attempt at least. That might be good. And Mantine for 100 HP. Healing Wave. Discard as many cards as you like from your hand. Heal 10 damage from this Pokemon for each card you discarded in this way. And Dwindling Wave is 90 damage minus 10 for each damage counter on this Pokemon. This card is definitely not my favorite card. In fact, I don't think this card is even worth putting into any deck. If you disagree or you have a good idea for what this card could be used to do, even if that idea is not great, go ahead and post in the comments below. But personally, I don't think there's a strategy built around this card, and I can't say I like this card very much. But anyway, let's go back to the tournament and see what's going on there. If we have time, we'll open up another pack. If not, we may not have much time. So I won't open up another one just yet, because there's one match still going, and they're probably about done. Let's go back and look at my deck real quick, because there's some good stuff in there that I think that you may want to see. Whoops. Deck Manager. So the deck I traditionally play is Fighting Fit. It's an expanded deck. It's one of my favorite decks to play. It's really fun. I play Dark Hammer as a theme deck because it's kind of consistent. It's probably the most consistent deck in the theme deck. But I don't like playing theme deck tournaments, or I don't like playing theme deck in general. My video is kind of jacked up right now. Hopefully it catches up to me in just a second. There it is. Okay, so let's go back to Talonflame here. I'll show you this. This is another expanded. I don't think I would ever want to convert this to a... I don't want to ever convert this to a standard, because I think I have to get rid of Delphox. I have to get rid of a bunch of stuff that I don't want to get rid of. But I don't have any of Finnegan's Evolution at all, because I think that's kind of a waste. Finnegan's Evolution is Braixen. And I only have like 3 of them. But I also don't think that they're that useful. And it ends up being a lot, like you end up getting 2 Delphox a lot slower than you would if you just go ahead and use a rare candy. So that's what I have in this deck, is rare candy. I skip Braixen, go right to Delphox. I've got 2 Delphox Break, which is a great card. It allows you, the ability allows you to go ahead and attach one fire energy from your hand or from your deck onto this card once per turn. And the other ability from Delphox allows you to draw until you have 6 cards. So it's a very useful card, and getting out to Brexian Break is wonderful. Talonf-LAME is a great way to help you do that. If you happen to get it on the first 7 cards you draw, you can go ahead and play this as your active Pokemon, and then boom. You can go ahead and get whatever cards you want and power up everything you want. The thing you have to watch out for is a lot of jerks in this game like to just play in. They'll play in, and you're like, okay, that's fine. I'll get 6 new cards, and then we'll see what we get. And you get 6 new cards. You play from what you have. You use Talonflame to get 2 more cards that you need, and then they play in again, and you have to reshuffle your deck. So that's kind of a good counter to Talonflame if you do happen to come across a Talonflame that is getting all the cards that they need, because you know they're going to pick exactly what they need. You know, go ahead and play in, make them shuffle their hand into their deck, and then draw a few cards. There's probably a couple other cards that'll do that as well. I think there's actually a card that makes you draw 6 cards and your opponent draws 4 cards, which is probably more disruptive than in. But in can also help you if you happen to have a bad hand. So anyway, so then we get to Houndoom. I like Houndoom, but not as much as I like Houndoom, Mega Houndoom. Houndoom EX. Melting Horn, discard top 2 cards of your opponent's deck, and Grand Flame is 50 damage. Attach a fire energy from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. It can come in handy, and this is the only reason that I have a specific trainer card in there, and I'll get to what trainer card I'm talking about. It's a stadium card. There's probably better stadium cards, but this is Houndoom EX. Inferno Fang, 80 damage, and if you discard all fire energy attached to this Pokemon, you can do 80 more damage. So if you happen to have 2 burning energies, you can actually do 160 damage every single turn. It's not quite enough to knock out an EX, most EXs. You have to do 10 more damage for that, but it's definitely not bad, and it's one of the better cards in the whole game. They're one of the better strategies to get those attached. The good thing is that I'm able to get burning energy whenever I want if I have Talonflame. So as far as this hand goes, I actually don't mind this hand very much. It's not a bad hand at all. I can use this to go ahead and grab a Braixen. I'm sorry, a Delphox. I don't want to do it yet because I don't want to give away the farm. Oh, great. This is going to be challenging. So I think he's going to go ahead and try to get his Talonflame out quickly. The downside there is that should he do that, I'm probably going to be able to knock out his basic before he's able to do that. So kind of concerned there. I'm going to go ahead and do one thing here real quick. Oops. This is what I want. Where is it? This is it right here. And you'll see what I'm about to do in just a second. So I have everything I need in this deck right here. So it's good. I was actually looking to make sure I had Houndoom in my deck. Also to make sure that I had to make sure that I also had Braixen and I'm sorry, not Braixen. I keep saying Braixen. Delphox and Delphox Break. As long as I had both of those, I should be in good shape. So I don't want to invite out right now, although yeah, I don't want to do that just yet. We're going to say done. He only requires 1 to retreat, but even then, he can't. Okay. Even if he does retreat, he can't attack me just yet, so I don't have much to worry about there. Alright, so I was hoping to get another energy card on that draw, but I didn't. Because I was going to use this Ultra Ball to discard energy and then use that to get it right back. So I'm going to go ahead and discard these two items. I'm going to go ahead and grab Delphox. I kept my rare candy in case I need to get another Delphox. I don't think I'll need to, but you never know. So now I'm able to go ahead and power him up fully. Hopefully, if I get an energy card here, I'll be able to power him up fully, and I did. So there we go. I'll go ahead and use this. I can only get one energy card, so that's the downside, but that's fine. I'll take it. And he should be knocked out. Now what I'm worried about here is his ability to go ahead and knock me out with Ho-Oh. Very likely, because I know Ho-Oh has 130 damage, which easily could be dangerously close to knocking me out. And I really don't have, well, he's definitely going to be able to do that attack now. He's going to grab electric energy. And that is super unfortunate. So, not what I was hoping for right there. I really can't do anything to him right now. I can attach this. I don't want to do this, but I can attach that. Maybe go ahead and grab 2 more cards and hope that I get a basic. Nope. This might help though. I know he doesn't have any other lightning energies in his hand right now because he had to search. He had to use that card to get a lightning energy, and he grabbed a lightning and a fire. So that might help me tremendously. I don't know, but I'm really hoping that helps. And at this point, if it doesn't help me, I don't have any other options. He's going to kill me. He's gonna knock me out. He's gonna win. But this was actually a very... Oh, here we go. Here we go. And he's going to heal, which I'm not sure if that's going to matter so much. Okay, Rainbow Energy, that's going to be it. So, good game, well played. I can't really be upset with that. I played the best way that I could. I had a few options to get stuff back into the game. Just didn't work out for me. So, no worries. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and open up those 3 packs of Steam Siege just to get them out of the way. I've had them in my backlog for a while, and I still want to make sure that I get those opened. So, I think that match, even though I lost, I think that match went really well. It could have gone differently had I had different cards, and also had I had better opportunities, but it really wasn't that bad of a match. So, and we got another Primeape. So I have all these cards already, but let's go through them. Primeape is Swagger for 20 damage, flip a coin if heads, discard an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon, and Spirited Throw for 30. If, before doing damage, your opponent's active Pokemon has more remaining HP than this Pokemon, it does 60 more damage. And Primeape has 90 HP. So, I think that's actually a pretty good... it's not a bad attack, really, and I think that with the use of Fighting Fury Belt and a couple other things that go on in this game, Primeape can really help you close the gap on your opponent's active Pokemon, but with 90 HP, he's not going to last very long. So you could probably build a strategy around this card. I'm kind of drawing some blanks as to what that strategy might be. Again, if you have an idea, post it in the comments below. Ninja Boy has been seeing a lot of play. I used it in a deck a little while ago. I didn't really use it to its full potential, but with this card, you basically, on your bench or your active Pokemon, you can, if that Pokemon is a basic, you can search your deck for any other basic Pokemon and switch the basic you have in play with a different basic. So if you have a Joltik, for example, and you have 30 HP, you can use this supporter to go ahead and switch that Joltik into a Mega Pokemon. or not Mega, I'm sorry, into a EX Pokemon with much more HP and a better attack. So, you know, I think it's good for basically just getting out what you need as opposed to what you're given. So, it can help you really. It really can help you get the Pokemon you need rather than the Pokemon that you happen to draw. But it is. I don't know how much I like this card, to be honest, because I think there are better ways to get those cards. This would probably prevent you from giving up a prize card, though. So, this one is a holo card, but you can barely see it. Anyway, we saw Clang a little while ago, so I won't go over that again. Steelix Spirit Link will help you evolve into Mega Steelix without losing your turn. Nuzleaf, 70 HP Harden is during your opponent's next turn. If this Pokemon would be damaged by an attack that does 60 damage or less, then you prevent that damage. Not bad. Larvesta, Bug Bite for 30. Meowth. Stall is if you go second and it's your first turn, then you can use this attack to discard an energy card attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Fletchling for 20. We saw that card a couple of times. I think I opened it last time, and we also saw it in play. We saw Sneasel last time. And Oshawott does Water Gun for 30 damage, has 60 HP. Not too bad, but not quite what I'm looking for. I really need to get that Talonflame break. I have 2 more chances to get it here. Cross your fingers. Hopefully, this will work out. Let's see what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, did not get it. This is a new card, though, so let's go ahead and see what this is. Armaldo, 150 HP. Rushing Water does 40 damage. Move an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon to one of his or her benched Pokemon. And Guard Claw for 100 damage. During your opponent's next turn, any damage done to this Pokemon by attacks is reduced by 30. That's not bad. It's kind of like Machamp, but it reduces by 40 and does the same amount of damage, basically. Actually, it does less damage, but his ability raises it. So really, it's not bad. Guard Claw reduces by 30. So you can stay in the game for a little bit longer. It's a stage 1, so it's not bad. It evolves from Anorith, which actually comes from a fossil. So it's not too terribly bad, I don't think. Not great, but not bad. Anyway, Meowth, we just saw that one a second ago. This one is actually a holo card. You can barely see it, but it is a holo card. I actually have 4 of those already. We saw Clang already. We know what that does. So this is the fossil card that comes from. Look at the bottom 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal an Anorith you find there and put it into your bench. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. So I like this as an alternative to what fossil cards used to be. However, it works kind of like a Great Ball, and you really have to get lucky to get the card that you're looking for, and you have to find this item card. Luckily, there's tools to grab the item card that you need, but it's just very hard to get exactly what you're looking for. So Dewott, 90 HP, and Razor Shell does 30, but does 20 more damage if you flip heads. We saw Chimchar earlier, so that's a nice card. Clink, I think I saw that one today already, but Disorderly Flip does 10 damage times the number of heads after 4 coin flips, and it has 50 HP, so it's not too bad. And we saw Meowth already in this pack and earlier today as well. Litwick, slightly simmer. Search your deck for up to 2 cards and discard them. Shuffle your deck afterwards. And Hoppip, I think we saw that one already. So we have one more chance here to get the card we're looking for. Let me open this first. Maybe this will give me some good luck. And it really didn't. So Zwellius, 90 HP, double hit for 20 damage times the number of heads after 2 coins. And Power Breach for 80 damage. Discard all energy attached to this Pokemon. So that's very risky. Very risky. Alright, let's go back to Steam Siege. Last pack of the day. I do want to thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button. Comment down below. And I hope to see you tomorrow, because I do videos every Monday through Friday on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, and I would love to see you tomorrow. Oh man, this isn't looking good. I'm going to close my eyes. Tell me what it is. Is it what I think it is? No. Dang it. Pyroar, 120 HP. Flame Charge for 60. Search your deck for a fire energy card and attach it to this Pokemon. And Incinerate does 90, but before doing damage, discard all Pokemon tool cards attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. That can come in handy, especially if you know someone's playing a... if they're playing a Fighting Fury Belt, it can really help remove that tool card and damage appropriately and actually maybe knock out the Pokemon. 120 is alright, but it's just not... I don't know. Pyroar's okay, but he's just not one of my favorites. This Pyroar is better than one of the other Pyroars. I'll show you what I mean. So this Pyroar is better than this Pyroar because this one 110 damage and you do 30 to yourself, but you also you may discard a fire energy attached to this Pokemon in order to switch your opponent's active Pokemon with one of their bench Pokemon. So that might be useful, but it's really only useful for the ability, and even then, you'd have to know exactly what you need from your bench. This one's actually really good. The abilities prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's basic Pokemon. This does include EX, so that's good. And then Scorching Fang for 60 damage. Discard a fire energy attached to this Pokemon and do 30 more damage. So a burning energy comes in handy there. And then we also have the Pyroar Break, which I've debated putting into my deck. The reason I don't have it in a deck, I had it in this deck originally, but it didn't work out very well. The reason I don't use it is because he does 50 damage to himself. So I think there's a way to prevent that recoil damage with maybe a tool card or something like that, but I can't remember what it is. If you know what it is, post it in the comments below. But I can't remember what would prevent that. So Clauncher, Double Pincers, does 10 damage times the number of heads after 2 coin flips, and he has 60 HP. Not too shabby. Special Charge, shuffle 2 special energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. I keep getting more Clangs. I have 9 Clangs right now. We saw that one earlier. Claw Fossil Anorith. Mareep, 60 HP, and Thunderwave will paralyze on a heads flip. Tackle also does 20 damage. Shellos does Rain Splash for 10. We saw Fletchling earlier. We saw Meryl earlier. And Yanma does Scout. To let you see your opponent's hand, they have to reveal it to you. 70 HP, and Speed Dive does 40 damage. I think Yanma is a good Pokemon, and there's a really good strategy built around Yanma. His ability basically allows you to ignore all costs of attack if you have 4 cards in your hand, so a great ability with Yanmega. So not too bad at all. And Yanmega Break, Barrier Break is 100 damage, but you also do more damage. It's not affected by weakness or resistance. Never mind. So it's only 100 damage. But Yanmega does 50. But if there's a tool card, you do an extra 70. So that's actually pretty useful. This card actually has seen a lot of play. I've come up against it many times. But anywho, so that is the episode for today, for Monday. I got an Evolutions pack, and I got a Break Point pack as well. So that's not too bad at all. I got a Bronze Trophy. I have 22 of those. But anyway, I do want to thank you for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I'll be back tomorrow with another episode. I hope to see you there. And you guys take care.